our channel. We've been gone for a long time.
Too long.
The holidays really threw us for a loop.
Yep.
I'm Lizzie.
I'm Melanie.
And today we are going to be talking about today, and actually our next video too,
Yes.
our favorite kitchen appliance, the Instant Pot. If you have one and you use it, you already know. If you have one and don't use it, hopefully we can take some of that fear away.
Yes.
It is a time saver. There's things I'll speak to about it, but today I'm going to make ratatouille, which is like a vegetable stew, and if you make it on the stovetop, it's labor intensive and you're on your feet for a really long time. Now we've cheated a little because the prep work is already done, but that's okay. I think that you'll get the idea, and Melanie's going to make main dish.
Lima beans. It's my favorite. And my son's.
So mine's from a recipe, and we will have the link below. Pressure Luck is my favorite Instant Pot recipe. It's my go-to if I need a recipe. Melanie is from her head, so she'll just have the recipe there with all the approximate amounts, because she just puts in a little of this and a little of that.
Right. I'll figure it out and put a link below as well.
So let's get started with that. Okay. The first thing you want to do is push saute, and it goes to 30 minutes. At the same time, I want it to be on more, and it is. If it wasn't, you push adjust. See, less, normal. I don't know if you can see that, but more. That's as hot as it'll be. And it's going to switch to on in a moment, and then I'm going to start cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my olive oil into the now hot pan. One of the beauties of the Instant Pot is that it's all one-stop shopping. You do your sauteing, your browning, whatever you need to do right here in this pot, and then that's where you cook. So that's really good.
Much less dirty dishes.
Much less dirty dishes. Where is my wooden spoon? There we go. I need that right now.
Okay.
And then I am following a recipe, so you'll see me look and do it. And all I'm going to do is add the onions and the garlic right into the pan. Oh, you can hear it sizzling, so you know it's doing its thing. And it's about a quarter cup of olive oil, which is, everything is approximate for me when I use it. And we're just doing it until it's soft. We're getting a little bit of color. We're not going for long. And then everything else kind of gets dumped in, which makes it fabulous to me. It's my favorite thing. So there's a lot of things about the Instant Pot that I would talk about. It comes with a few accessories. It comes with a trivet. I think they're all slightly different, but this is the trivet that it comes with. And if you boil eggs, and I guess it's not technically boiling eggs, but they peel so much easier when you do it in the Instant Pot.
Oh, it's insane, guys. It's
so
like
it comes out like a glove as opposed to peeling and picking and getting really irritated like I do. One of the things that we do, because it's also a rice maker, I recently got, I got for Christmas, it's a non-stick ceramic bowl. It doesn't feel ceramic. I don't know if it's a coating, but that way for the rice, because the rice would stick to it. So after we finish cooking, we can take this pot out and then place this one in. So that's really exciting. I give this a stir. And as soon as they are, sometimes it'll actually say hot, and the directions say to wait till it gets hot. I've always found on, I don't even know what it's saying right now, but it doesn't matter. I've always found on to be hot enough, and you can see that it's hot enough.
I've never seen mine say hot. I'm too impatient. I just go for it.
As do I. And mine is a 6-quart, and Melanie has an 8-quart. I have only twice found the 6-quart not big enough for our family of 4, and both times I was making ratatouille for you and your husband, and Joey, so that was 5, and then I did it for my family about 6, and both times we ran out, and I hate to have company and run out of food.
Yeah.
But I almost went to an 8-quart. Ultimately, I decided 2 times just to not make ratatouille for company anymore. And we're good to go. So that's good. So now all we're going to do is add all the other vegetables. So I'm going to put the zucchini and the squash in there. And then the eggplant. You want to dump that in, Melanie?
Yeah.
Fine. That's eggplant and all the different peppers.
Gorgeous.
Really not very well. Looks like we could use an 8-quart here today. It's getting really heavy. And then, let's see, salt and pepper. Let's see, this is pepper, and I'm going to use almost all the pepper, not all the salt. Not even close, so. And I think it changes the seasoning on this a little bit. Like, I don't know if you need more or not. I'm going to add the Italian seasoning. And then I am going to the vegetable broth, which is a cup of vegetable broth. You can use chicken broth, vegetable broth, really, you get to decide. And then the tomatoes. And the recipe says either canned tomatoes or chopped tomatoes. I don't know why I use both. And for whatever reason, I know the recipe says the red thing. The rubber spatula. Thank you. To put the tomato paste in afterwards, I never have, probably because I didn't read the recipe completely, so I'm not today either. And that's it. Everything goes in, and then I'm going to show you how I cook. One of the things I hear people talking about is it is more than 6 minutes. So I might say to Melanie, oh, ratatouille takes 6 minutes. It doesn't. That's 6 minutes of pressurized time. So first we have to wait for it to come to pressure, then 6 minutes of actual, and it'll come down. Once it comes to pressure, it will beep, and then you'll see a 6 and it'll start counting down. Once those 6 minutes are up, this recipe says to give it 6 minutes of natural release. So it'll count up again. And once it had 6 minutes, then we do the quick release and we move the toggle. And I'm going to talk about that toggle now. This is Melanie's lid right here. And I don't know if you can see that. Melanie, can we see that?
Yeah, hold it a little closer to the camera. There, perfect.
Okay. So this is the part. I think, let's see, hers says it too. Sealing, you want to seal it. And some of them are in the middle and sealing is to the right. Ours are very similar. You push it to sealing. Her little button is flush with that. Once it's at pressure, her button pops up. My button is lower, and once it's at pressure, my button is flush. And my mother's has no button. You can almost not see it. So they're all slightly different, but that's something that's worth noticing. And now we wait for it to get to pressure. Okay, so what you hear now, the steam, that's this, and it's set to steam, coming up to pressure. It still says on, right? We're not at pressure yet. And as soon as we're at pressure, it seems to stop. I'm wondering if we're about to hit pressure. When it comes to pressure, it should beep once or twice. It's got a lot of different beeps. And then it stops. So now it says 6 minutes, and it will count down. That's the actual cooking time, although I think cooking is happening at all times. But the actual cooking, it's under pressure. My little knob, I don't know if you can see that, but it's hard, it won't go down. It did not make a beep when it came to pressure. I thought it did. I know when it's finished, at 6 minutes, it makes about 40 beeps or 5, something around that number. But here we go. We'll see you in a little while. So now we have gone down, the 6 minutes counted down, 10 beeps. I actually counted them. And this says L3, I think, right now. It's going to say 6, L4. And in a few minutes, I'm going to release the pressure and show you. I'm also going to add more tomato paste at that time because I read the recipe wrong. So that will happen once I open it up. And in future videos, we'll talk about other things that we've added to our kitchen. I have added a sous vide machine, an air fryer. By far, this is my favorite. The Instant Pot it's the hands-off time. So we'll talk about all of that at different times. It's kind of scary when you release the pressure, and I think that's the part that a lot of people are afraid of. I wouldn't use it under a counter. People buy PVC pipe elbow, and they put it over it, and you'll see what I mean when the steam goes. It's kind of fun. Melanie's is a quick release right from the beginning, so you'll get to see it really pressure up, and then you hear a little pop, and the little pin drops, and go forward. I don't know if any of you have air fryers, but they make great chicken wings for me. They make great eggplant parmesan, and that's it. Now, I'm sure there's other things that I would love to hear comments. If any of you are in love with your air fryers, I would love to know about it so I can try something else. I also got for Christmas an Instant Pot blender, which is $100, and Melanie has a Vitamix, which is $500-ish. And we are going to compare them head to head. Hers will definitely win, depending on your needs, but we'll get to kind of see, do you have those needs or just $100 blender needs? I'm really excited with my Instant Pot blender. It's got a bigger learning curve, I think, than my Instant Pot 7-in-1. I made yogurt in this. That was really cool. And I was intimidated for that one. But it was like real yogurt. It was perfect. And then I used it in my soap. So that was cool. And here we are at 6 minutes. I am not afraid of this at all, but I'm going to show you. A lot of people like to use a tool, and we go like that. And there it goes. And the pressure is releasing. And it's not a lot of high pressure. And you cannot open it until the pressure is released. I'm not just doing that for the camera. You cannot open that. And then the little pin will drop. The pin drops. You can actually, you kind of touch it, and it's really hard. You'll know when it's getting closer because it has a little give in it. But, we're getting there. Another reason, this is why you wouldn't want it under your cabinets, and why that elbow would work, or a facial. You could have a facial if you want a little steam. You smell like eggplant, so maybe that's not the best option. And it's been how many minutes, Melanie? I can't see it.
It's been 9.
So it's 3 minutes that it's been releasing pressure, and it's barely releasing. If I touch this pin, it just dropped. Touch the pin and it dropped, which means now I can open it. And not all of the Instant Pots do this, but you can leave the lid right there and give it a stir. And you have ratatouille. I am going to add the tomato paste that I didn't add earlier. Sadly, all of it. I'm looking forward to keeping this for a while. A can would have been much wiser. I thought it on one of the tablespoons, so I didn't want to
But
waste it all.
not nearly as cool.
Not nearly as. And here we are. Melanie, come around and taste it.
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
ratatouille, definitely from prep to finish, less than an hour. And when I serve this, I would serve it with a little bit of shredded parmesan or parmigiano or something along those lines. But if you don't like cheese, perfect. And now for the tasting.
I'm so excited. Oh my
This
goodness.
is one of my favorite things I make because it used to take a really long time and now it doesn't. Yeah, really good.
Oh gosh. You guys.
It's really good.
I wish you were here. Lizzie, you outdid yourself.
Thank you.
This is so good.
So we will see you again really soon.
Yeah.
Melanie's going to show off her Instant Pot and what she does with hers. We would love for you to share any of your favorite Instant Pot recipes. We will have a link to this recipe below. Please subscribe, push the little button, give us a little thumbs up.
We really appreciate it, guys, when you do. We really, really do. And we're so happy to be back. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's eat.